So, a little over a week ago, last weekend, a man named Ralph Baer passed away. Now, if you're not familiar with Mr. Baer and his work, he was born in Germany and came here to America when his family fled the Nazi regime. He also pursued his degree in the then budding computer science industry. And it was around that time that he had an idea. He came up with the concept of a picture you could display on a TV that could be interacted with. Now, the first prototype he ever built of this, he dubbed the brown box, and the first proof of concept he came up with for this thing were these two squares that would chase each other around the TV screen, basically tag. And this eventually evolved even further into a game where there were two rectangles on either side of the screen, and they could bounce a square between them like a ball. It was basically tennis, or as we would later come to know it, Pong. This box was eventually remodeled and sold to the general public as the Magnavox Odyssey. And now, if you know anything about video game history, you see exactly why I'm spending an entire video talking about this man. Ralph Baer invented video games. Without him, there is no Xbox, there is no PlayStation. Nintendo never would have created Mario. Shigeru Miyamoto never would have been a part of the equation. There never would have been an arcade scene that created some of the most legendary games we know. No Atari, no Sega Genesis, no nothing. The industry as we know it would not exist without this man. Whenever something like this happens, everyone always says when they come out to talk about that person, this is not about feeling sorry about them, which is hard. I will acknowledge that right now. It's very hard not to feel sad, because video games, as they exist, the Super Nintendo, the young arcades back then, they are, without any exaggeration, an inseparable part of who I am as a person. I cannot imagine who I would be without those early influences in my life. Actually, I probably do know who I would be. I'd still be at Office Max bagging groceries for people who treat me like dirt all day, going slowly insane, even more so than I was at the end. Because of him, I have a future ahead of me. I have a passion, something that I want to get into and something I want to be good at. I've met a lot of great people because of video games. I've met incredible teammates who are willing to combine our futures, to believe in a dream and make something. My life is better because of the future he crafted with this one tiny little invention. There are, again, without exaggeration, there are no words in the English language to describe how grateful I am for what he did. Ralph Baer, I mean it, was everything to me. Video games are my life, they're my passion, they're my joy. They're the medium by which I want to give the world something that is uniquely mine. I would not have that if the brown box had never been built. I always wanted to say thank you to him for that. I always wanted to let him know these things personally, to tell him how influential he was, that he touched somebody, at least one somebody, on a level like that. Now the best medium I've got to do so is this. So I want everybody out there to remember that we have an incredible future ahead of us, where more me's will be created, more people who are inspired by the things we do today, with the medium that we've been given, The work I make, the games I create, the things I do will influence a whole new generation of people moving forward, who maybe somebody will share in some of that love that Mr. Baer gave me, some of that opportunity, some of that passion, some of that just lust for life, some of the pure joy that video games can bring. Because of Mr. Baer, and people who are willing to carry on his legacy, whether you're at the higher ups at Nintendo or you're way down at the bottom, Z-list internet celebrity like me. Maybe even celebrity is stretching that a little far, but the point is, as long as there are people who are willing to continue making video games to the absolute best of their ability, to move this medium forward and keep on making dreams come true like that, I don't think we'll ever truly forget what he did. I think every single one of us owes a great debt to Mr. Baer. So, from the bottom of my heart, my soul, my very being, every fiber of who I am, please accept these words wherever you are. Thank you. Thank you for everything.